Joseph now to have the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. From midfield now, Lawrence.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On play action, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
K'Lavon Chaisson.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Cousins. Forced out to his left.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Dancing to his left. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th. Quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he will get in.